Developing your pushing strength is only going to benefit your balancing. Therefore, if you are unable to do full push-ups yet, this will be a great way to spend some time focused on quality and consistency to start building up that strength, which is also going to then help your balancing too. When we're looking at the push-up, if we are unable to do a push-up on the floor yet, maybe it looks a bit more like this. I'm going to show you a couple of things to implement into your training to get you from this to this. The first one is finding a platform that you can push off. That could be the wall, it could be a table, a chair, a box, anything that you've got. Place your hands roughly shoulder width, step the feet away from the platform in that sort of elevated plank. We're going to shift the weight to the tiptoes, send the elbows back, thinking about stacking them on the wrists, and we're trying to avoid sort of flaring them out like this and instead sending them back. Okay, so from here, I've gone onto the tiptoes, send the elbows back, the bottom rib comes in contact with that platform and then push away. Notice in this position, I'm not sinking or arching into the back. So think about tucking your bum under, drawing the ribs in like someone's punched you in the stomach. So ribs in, move to the tiptoes, bottom rib to the box and then push away. You might want to find a height that you can build up some volume, anywhere from sort of 8 to 15 repetitions. Focus on control on the way down, thinking about a nice controlled tempo, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. You can play around with tempos as much as you like, but when you're trying to build strength and stability, you don't want to be thrashing through them super fast at the start, so start to build control. As you then get stronger with your push-ups, you can then start to lower the height. I can also use tools such as challenging that tempo by slowing it down. So rather than my 2 seconds down, I might work at slowing that even more, 5 to 10 seconds, for example, to build up more strength and control through that range of motion. It's also going to help me then get to the point that I can start lowering the height even further. So that's one way that we can work on building more strength in our push-ups, just by starting elevated higher and gradually over time working it down. Just be consistent with it week in, week out, and gradually you will see that progress. The next tool for my push-ups to try would be working from a plank position and working on the eccentric, so a negative push-up. Set the hands shoulder width on the ground, hold a plank position, lock in the lower ribs, squeeze your bum, and push the ground away. Now from here, we're doing the same thing. We're going to move to the tiptoes. So the shoulders move ahead of the wrists. And from here, once you've moved forward, we're then going to allow the elbows to bend and take the chest slowly towards the ground. Once you're in that bottom position, you might be tempted to push up like this, like an upward dog, and arch into the back. Try to think about locking the lower ribs in, tucking the pelvis under, and push off your knees before coming back to plank. So again, we lower down, tuck the pelvis, pull the lower belly in, lower ribs in, and push off. As opposed to this. By tucking the pelvis and locking in the lower ribs, we're going to help develop more strength and awareness in our body for that full push-up. You may find at the moment, as you're trying to do your push-up, to keep arching your back. So trying to practice that, which is the posterior tuck of the pelvis. So even just sitting like this and practicing moving your pelvis forwards and back, we want to be here. Okay, so practice that again for your negative push-up. Not here, here. There's a couple of tools that you can use to work on building more strength for your push-ups from your elevated push-up and your eccentric or negative push-up. Pick a certain number of reps or give yourself a certain number of time and think about consistently performing really good reps, even if that's single reps or sets of 3, sets of 5, sets of 8, however you want to do it. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you're moving with consistency, you're moving with control, you are moving with intention. And if you can cover those things, then you're going to be well on your way to your push-ups. Take plenty of rest between your sets or between the reps that you do, and use this as a way to also just start building some of that foundational strength, which is going to really help you with other things such as your balancing if you are currently working on things like headstands, handstands and so on. So that pushing strength is always going to help benefit no matter what. Let me know in the comments if this video helped. Let me know if you've got any questions or if I've missed anything. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the mat for the next one.